Here's the question I have. I've been wondering, like, what was the game plan of Willie Monroe in this fight? Now, I can't say that he fought a good fight because he was fighting like he was some type of knockout artist or something, and he's not known to be a knockout artist. He fought very cautious. Like, I'm wondering, did he, like, you know, feel something from Billy Joe, or, you know, did Billy Joe get stronger, or whatever the case may be? Billy Joe won. Here's the thing. He's talking about, and Frank Warren's talking about Golovkin, whether they win or lose. They don't seem to be too confident that they're going to get Canelo if Canelo wins tonight, or at least not yet. Canelo, if he wins, will likely go on to fight David Lemieux or Miguel Cotto, but likely David Lemieux. But let's play this post-fight interview. It's going to be a little bit of highlights in there, and I want you to specifically listen to Frank Warren, the promoter of Billy Joe Saunders, and then we're going to talk about the fight, etc., etc. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. This video is taking a little too long because I need to take a nap, you know, having some stomach major health issues, and I want to start, like, really napping before a major fight, so I'm not doing those long periods of being up 24 hours plus and all that. I can't do it anymore. My body's falling apart. But anyway, listen to this. Please subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live.
Tonight, and that he can tell us how the judges have got it. Let's go into the ring and find out.
My bad for the picture quality. I had to lower it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Benoit Roussel scores it 117 to 111. Judge Julio Cesar Alvarado scores it 115 to 114. And Judge Steve Gray scores it 117 to 112. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBO middleweight champion of the world, Billy Joe Saunders.
Saunders is still the champion. The margins, 5 rounds.
Just like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. You might have seen all over the internet and everything a bit of commotion between Willie and his team, but it's all fun and games. Bit of ring rust set in. I can't discredit the man. He's boxed at world elite level. He challenged Golovkin, he come up short. He challenged me, come up short. I felt a little bit ring rusty. I just want to thank my team, Dominic Ingle, Greg Marron, everybody, and Frank Warren for giving me the opportunity. But most of all, thank you to Willie Monroe Jr. for coming over and giving me a good sturdy test. And my young boy Steve got something to say to Willie.
Sorry for punching in nuts.
There you go.
There you go. Sorry for punching you in the nuts. That was at the weigh-in, of course.
Listen, it's not over yet.
Just a punch. There's a kick as well. Anyway, there goes the belt around the waist. Billy Joe Saunders is still the champion. I think.
Highlights are going to be coming up next. And I just, you know, he wasn't going to get a decision on the cards anyway. I'm just trying to figure out, like, looking at the way he fought, I'm wondering, like, he was waiting, it seems as though he was waiting for a single shot. Like, what kind of, like, what was the game plan? What kind of fight was he fighting? You know? So, we're going to hear from Billy Joe and Frank Warren, because more importantly, what Frank Warren has to say is important about what's going on with the future. But hold on, here we go. Are we there yet? Right here.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, Billy Joe, still the champion, and satisfied with your performance. You spoke a little bit about ring rust.
Yeah, listen, I just teamed up with my new trainer, Dominic Ingle, and Ingle's done a fantastic job. Come down a lot of weight. Went to camp 14-11, come down. Before I went with Dominic, I met with Frank, and I wasn't interested, but I went up with the Ingles, all the boys in there. I love it again, got the hunger again. Up every morning, 6:30, me and him in the gym. Training alongside him's not easy, but fantastic. But listen, 9 months out, to get in a ring with a slick southpaw like him, who just wants to wait. I like waiting, but he was a little bit, he loved waiting. And every time I did try and let that backhand go, we clashed heads a bit. So I was more conscious of that. But the main thing that was in my head tonight is that
waiting a lot.
Just get through this fight, because I know what's next. Just get through this fight. There was more pressure on this fight than what it would be a Golovkin or Canelo. I just wanted to get through. In round 4, I went completely blind. I couldn't see. Blood were in my eyes, just a little trickle. But it was all blurry. I thought I had some gel or some Vaseline in it, and once I was wiping it, and I went back and Dom cleared it up. I didn't have no problem ever since. But good sturdy opponent. Look, if I can come back after 9 months and beat someone like him on just pure boxing, because there wasn't really much fighting, a bit boring for the fans, but I got the win.
And Bill, you'll be watching with great interest, needless to say, the fight which is going to be going on later on. You'd like one of those guys?
Yeah, most definitely. I don't listen. I'll leave that to Dom. Dom watched him. Dom come up with the game plan with him. He just told me what to do. I'm pleased he did tell me what to do, really, because if I'd have went my own little game plan, I might have got caught coming in a little bit more. But I listened to the instructions, stuck to it, and like I said, I got the win. But I'd just like to thank Dominic, Ingle, and the Ingle gym, and everybody at it, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't probably be here today boxing.
Briefly, Dominic, delighted with him?
Yeah, listen, the 12 weeks he's had, he could have done with 16 weeks. We had a 12-week time frame. You know, Frank gave us that. He's got a lot of work to do. We did what we could do in the 12 weeks. He's going to be straight back into camp, and Frank's going to get him out in December, and we're going to see another new improved version of Billy. We got through this fight tonight, and we're looking for bigger tests, and we're building towards a big fight, either Canelo or Golovkin.
As soon as December, we could have him back out again.
Well, I want him to be busy. You know, he's had a real bad year last year, and up until this fight, real bad time, fights pulling out and so forth. And there is ring rust there, and he got it out of their system. And more importantly, he's got 12 rounds under his belt, and that for him is in the bank. So now we've got to move on, as Dominic just said, to December, get him out again. Hopefully, if Golovkin wins and he doesn't get banged up or anything, then that could be a Golovkin fight in December. If Alvarez wins, or Canelo wins, sorry, if he wins, then it's then obviously that would be next year. But if Golovkin loses, that's still a great fight, isn't it? It's still a good fight, you know, him fighting Golovkin. They're good fights, and he's there now. He's in that mix. He had to get this out of the way. A lot of pressure on him tonight. You know, he puts pressure on himself, but there was a lot of pressure on him tonight to come through, get the result, and he did it, and that's what's important.
See, I mean, in a way, that's real shit. So if you listen to him, they're not confident that they'll get okay, Billy Joe Saunders. They want him back in December. They're not confident that they're going to get Canelo. They could get Golovkin if Golovkin wins or loses. You know, so that seems as though what they're banking on. David Lemieux is out the question, because if David Lemieux wins, he'll likely be fighting Canelo. You know, it's a complex situation, but I get what they're trying to do, and it's good that Billy Joe did get a nice solid win under his belt. It's not his fault, you know, that the fight wasn't exciting. And I looking at it on paper, I don't know how people could have thought this fight was going to be like some type of barn burner. You know, on paper, this was going to be a fight about boxers, you know? So for people to say it's boring, it's like, what did you expect? This is one of those fights like, you know, you get your little beer, you kick back on the couch and everything. You know, this wasn't like a fight where you like really, really watch with your homies and shit. This was, I mean, I like the fight, you know? So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing is going to play out. I'm in a little bit of pain. I got to calm down. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out after tonight with Canelo or Golovkin, whoever wins that. It's going to be crazy. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.